Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Hope that you're all doing well at this time. My name is Catherine Anna. Hope that you are focusing on your dreams and getting a lot of exercise, eating healthy at this time. Um, Today I wanted to talk about 10 things, foods and vitamins that people think that are healthy that are not healthy. So we're going to be talking about a mixture of everything, like supplements, foods. Okay, so I was actually talking about this the other day. Things that people think that what they're doing is like good for them, or they're wasting their money on buying supplements that are just not so great for them. So let's start off by number one. So let's talk about fish oils. I talked about this before. Okay, so fish oils are not healthy for you. So fish oils are it's basically fish oil that's expired, it's rancid. When it gets into the body, it will cause an imbalance. A lot of people swear by it, and when I was doing my competition, I was told to take it because it'll help with muscle soreness. There's other things you can do, like taking your collagen or taking creatine with BCAAs, and that will help. But stay away from your fish oils, they're not healthy. Try to eat the fish instead, your salmon, your swordfish. Stay away from tilapia. But yeah, so that's number one. That's a supplement. I wrote everything down here. Okay, so now we're gonna go into a tea. So there's like a lot of controversy on green teas. Green tea, I would say to stay away from it. There are antioxidants in it, but there's a lot of other things you can get your antioxidants from. The reason why I say to stay away from green teas is because it depletes your electrolytes and your potassium levels. So it does one thing, but then it does another thing. So if it's depleting that, then you're gonna have to load up on eating more fruits or having more coconut water or something with electrolytes. And especially like if you are sick or if you have a cold or something, I would say not to drink green tea, because then it's going to deplete you more, and then it's going to take a longer time to recover from a cold or a flu. So it's better if you have elderberry tea or hawthorn tea, chamomile tea. These things are a lot better than the green tea. So that's number two. Number three is your soy. So I thought that this hype was over and done with, but I'm seeing more and more people, they're still eating tofu. You can't eat the tofu. The tofu is just so bad, so bad. You have to replace it with something else. Like, I know that people think like they're gonna get their protein source from it. It will mess up the hormones. It will create imbalances in the body. It's just overall super bad. Stay away from it. It can make the estrogen levels a lot higher, then it has nowhere to go, and then it will cause all kinds of problems in the body. So don't touch the edamame. I know it tastes really good, but just stay away from it. Stay away from the soy. Stay away from the tofu. You can replace the tofu with something else, like adding more vegetables. Add some mushrooms. Portobello mushrooms will be your best bet. Okay, so now we're going to talk about vitamin D. Vitamin D is like overprescribed. Overprescribed. Like, I can't believe it. If you want vitamin D, get it from the sun, and you can also get it from yogurts and from butters. It's a better source. It's better for you because vitamin D supplements alone are synthetic. They don't know where to go in the body. So when you take it, and especially with high doses are not good. This will also create disease in the body. And I know it's really important, like during the winter months, depending where you live, to get vitamin D, but you can take like iodine supplements, and it will help boost the mood, and it will help with the same properties as vitamin D. And then try having your yogurts and put a B100 into that, and that will also help with that. So I don't believe in vitamin D. I don't take it. I'm sure one day there'll be like some kind of article saying studies show that you shouldn't be taking high doses of vitamin D or shouldn't be taking it at all. So from what I've studied, just stay away from it. What else? I wrote everything down so I don't forget anything here. Okay, so we're gonna talk about juicing. So I used to juice religiously like a long time ago, like 8 years ago. I used to juice everything. Like I used to make bok choy with like beets, kale, spinach, and carrots, and I would drink that every morning. And I was throwing away the fibers. And then soon enough, I'm going to learn that I'm throwing away the fiber. Now you're just drinking pure sugar. Like if you have a juicer and you're separating everything and you're not putting that the fibers back inside of your drink, you're basically drinking like all sugar, and then that's going to cause an imbalance in the body because the juice needs the fibers so it can break down the natural sugars that are inside the vegetables or the fruits, because vegetables do have sugar as well. So it's better to just have a blender than a juicer. Like I don't even use my juicer anymore. It's just like sitting in my basement because it was just separating everything, and then I just wasn't getting the good properties from it. So you want to keep your fiber and everything, especially with celery juice. Whenever I make celery juice, I just add it in with the blender with water. I put lemon, I put a little bit of spinach, I put a banana, and I put an apple. That one's really good in the morning. So you just want to use your blender, keep the fiber in, stop taking the fiber out because then you're just having the juice part. And some people have actually gained weight from doing that, so you don't want to do that. So that's another thing. So there's a pro and con to juicing. You just have to make sure that you are not excluding the fiber. Okay, so next thing is your grain breads. So I can't believe it. Like there was this one trainer that I saw. He did food prep for a week. All of his food prep, and I guess like he was getting results, but what's more important, like your health or getting the results, or just having that your health and getting results together? So he was making like a bunch of like these sandwiches on the tortilla bread with eggs and salsa, or he did like steak and cheese, and then he put them all in the fridge and labeled them. This is a no-no because the way that the grains are grown, all of them, whether it's your eco bread, your whole wheat, flatbreads, thin bread, whatever it is, replace it with something else. Sometimes I use what is it called? Sweet potatoes. Like I'll put them in the toaster, like cut them really, really thin and kind of use that for like a bread, or I just wrap stuff in lettuce. Because it is sprayed with that, it will cause an imbalance in the body, and then you just won't be getting your proper nutrients. So you're going to stay away from all of your grain products or save them for a cheat day if you do desire them. The only grain that I miss eating is like rice, not so much bread. Okay, so next thing is your grapes. Your grapes, your grapes, your grapes. So I know they're very delicious and they look very nice, but grapes are like one of the most heavily sprayed fruit, more than any fruit out there. Like I know they all have it, but the grapes for some reason, like do you ever notice how they don't go bad fast and they just keep like their consistency for like a really long time? It's because the way they're sprayed. It's the way that they're grown. Unless you're growing them in your backyard, perfect. But stay away from the grapes. I haven't had grapes for like a couple years, and I remember when I did have them, I didn't feel good after. I got really nauseated, and I do notice a difference like when I do have grapes. Same with your wines. Unless you're growing your grapes in your backyard, your wines are going to be full of the chemicals too. So when you're drinking your wine, you're basically drinking the chemicals with it. And that's why some people can drink wine, some people can't. Everybody gets affected different. I can't drink wine at all. Like, I don't feel well when I have it, so I just stay away from it. And it's just because of the way that the grapes are grown. Kale. Kale is another one. So I know there's like a huge hype with kale right now. It's not good. It's got a lot of heavy metals in it because of the way that things are grown and there's a lot of pollution coming down on everything, and for some reason the kale just like holds on to the heavy metals. So when you are making your smoothie or you're eating all of those chemicals as well. Not only that, but it is part of the it's part of a family. So kale, cauliflower, rutabaga, cabbage, they're all part of, I think it's called crucix family. And those should be avoided because they will mess up your the thyroid if you do consume it a lot. And it's just overall not good for the body. Like it does one thing and then it does another thing. So the bad effects as of now are actually worse unless you're growing it in your backyard and it's like in a greenhouse. Then I would say go ahead, right? But other than that, just kind of like stay away from it. Okay, so next thing is your cauliflower. Now your cauliflower, it's again part of that same family, and now there's a big hype about it with the keto, and people are making the cauliflower crust. I've done that too. And then you can replace your rice with the cauliflower, and there's cauliflower wraps that you can make. You can do so much with cauliflower because of the way it is. Unfortunately, it will mess up the thyroid gland because it depletes the iodine levels in the body. So if you are having anything like that, even your broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, kale, you want to up your doses of iodine so you are not getting an imbalance in the body, or you can just kind of replace the cauliflower with something else. Because it's actually not that good for you. Like I know that you can get results like with weight loss or whatever, obviously, but at the end of the day, you don't want to be doing that for like a really long time with the cauliflower. Okay, so next thing, okay, last thing is low-fat yogurts, low-fat milks, things that say low-fat. You want to get things that are high fat because high fat balances your hormones. When your hormones are balanced, you can actually burn fat faster. You feel full. It's good for, your brain, your eyes, your overall health. So fat is good for us. And people always think that fat is the enemy, but fat is really good for us. Your healthy fats. So you want to be consuming things like butter, cottage cheese, buttermilk. If you're a vegan and you're watching this right now, I know that you're probably like, but for people that are doing keto, this would be the best bet for you, which probably you're already doing that, and cottage cheese, because the body needs fat. It's very, very, very important. So stay away from these things as much as you can. I hope that this helped you. If you had any other questions, please leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Show me some love. Any other ideas that you guys want to know, or anything else about exercise, nutrition, your diet, lifestyle change, let me know. And thank you so much for watching. Till I see you again. Bye for now.